Hey, bro. So imagine you're able to go on the vacation of your dreams. Imagine you're able to pay off your parents' home loan. Imagine being able to pay off your student loan. I'm sure many of you are in that situation right now with student loan debt being at an all-time high. Imagine being able to buy gifts for your kids if you have any. Imagine being able to retire your parents. Imagine you're able to go anywhere you want, do anything you like, because you're financially free. Now, like you, this is what I desire. And I believe this is what every man should desire and should strive towards. Because in order to be a man, our masculine purpose is to provide. Provide for our families, provide for our tribe, provide for our friends, provide for our women and our children. It is our masculine duty to provide. And in order to provide, we need to earn money. It's not like in the olden days where you would be the man of the tribe and you would hunt for food and you would go kill an animal, right? You would fight off the other invading tribes. In today's time, we need to earn currency. We need to provide goods. We need to receive money in exchange for services and things like that. And so, even though this channel is based on, is surrounding self improvement, one of the pillars of self improvement and masculinity is financial freedom. And so, to get financial freedom, you need to understand money. You need to understand how these things work. And I encourage you to do your deep dive research into actually understanding money on a deeper level. And so, we need to understand the basics of personal finance. Start looking at your own income. So, firstly, are you earning money? Well, if you're watching this video, I assume you have a phone or you have some kind of device you're watching this on, so you must get some kind of money from somewhere, right? So, firstly, are you earning an income? Yes. How much are you earning? You have to be able to learn how to budget, understand how much money your income and how much money is actually going out, just to develop a basic kind of budget to actually understand what's happening with your money. Many people live mouth to mouth, or what's it, hand to mouth, right? You just get money coming in and it goes out automatically just by all your debts and all your food and entertainment and just rubbish things that you don't require. So take a deep look at your financial income, right? See where all your money is going and cut out anything that is completely unnecessary. You don't need a Netflix subscription, right? You can replace that with a gym subscription. That would be a lot more beneficial and would help you to earn money in the future, right? Strong body, strong mind. Strong mind, more money. So you have to look at all the things that are completely unnecessary, cut them out. Try to develop some kind of budget and understand your personal income. I would say that that's the first step you need to do, right? So this is something that I recently have been able to do. I've cut out on maybe half of the things that were completely unnecessary, like Netflix. Uh, I was a complete degenerate. Netflix. I had Disney. I had Prime. I had H. I literally had like I had like 4 or 5 subscriptions. Like, what a waste of money! And then I was feeling like I didn't have money. Right? Come on, I'm just wasting all of that. I was privileged enough to be able to afford those things in the first place. But still, what a waste of money. But I would always say, "Oh, going paying for the gym is too expensive, bro. Come on." And so luckily I have been able to, through this journey, I've made the transition. I've cut out on nearly everything. Now, unfortunately, my family are not able to go on this self-improvement journey with me, so they're still very much addicted to Netflix and all these kind of things, but I'll get them there. It takes some time to convince everyone in your life and your surroundings to completely cut out on bad habits. And yes, I indulge in these habits myself every now and then. So try and do your best. Cut out what you can and just at least have an understanding, and don't have this feeling of, I don't know what's happening to my money, right? You should know where your money is going. Now, yes, if you're paying for Netflix or anything else that is not necessary, fine. At least you know where that money is, and you can't complain about not having money for something that's more important. Because at the end of the day, if you have to choose between Netflix and your gym, if that is the only decision you have to make, you have to choose your gym. Like, there's nothing else you can say about that. Okay, so everybody's on a different journey and a different stage of their lives. So I encourage you to find out where you are and figure out what your situation is right now, and make any cutbacks that you can that will not obviously, destroy your life, right? Just keep the important things. So that's a step one, right? The next step would be to obviously educate yourself more. Like I said, do a deep dive into understanding money. Find books you can read. I mean, the most common one, of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad, is most common basic for your financial literacy. So I encourage those who haven't to please read that as a starting point on this journey. And then continue going down the rabbit hole of finding books about financial literacy. See who the people are who wrote them. I definitely encourage you to look at the authors and actually Google the authors and see where they stand in life, right? If their values are aligned with yours. If not, maybe you shouldn't read those books. They might have an agenda, right? So see who the people are first, and then try to actually gain the knowledge that they are giving. I know Alex Hormozi has 2 books now that are really good, also about sales and things like that. I haven't read them yet, but I've heard that they are very good. So take some time to do your own deep dive. I'll also, maybe in a future video, I'll look at some books that I've read and that I would think would be beneficial for everyone to read. But do your own deep dive. Find books that are related to financial literacy and learning how money works, and then consume, right? Consume. I also would recommend, in terms of financial literacy, to watch full-length YouTube podcasts that speak about these concepts. If you can read about it and also watch podcasts about it and listen to podcasts, just bombard your senses, from every direction with various sources. And so over time, your mind will develop and understand these concepts on a better level. Okay. The next thing about financial intelligence is to also have an emergency fund. So before you can, I would say, really consider yourself financially free, or at least be able to move in a free kind of way, is that you need to have a backup, I would say, of at least 6 months. So before you go crazy with investing, before you go crazy with, leaving your job, if that's what you desire to do, right? Make sure you have at least 6 months worth of savings in some kind of fund that you're able to get access from if you need it. But if you don't need it right now, at least it doesn't, depreciate in value over time, right? So some kind of fund that is relatively low risk, but at least your money can stay on the similar kind of value and not lose its value over time, right? Because that would suck to have a lot of money and then just have it lose value. So build an emergency fund, at least 6 months, and this will give you the freedom and the peace of mind that if you do try anything risky, at least you have something to fall back on while you try to reevaluate and, start again. So once you're able to do this, the next step is, of course, diversifying your incomes, right? So you have a job, you have some savings, you've cut back on your unnecessary spending, you understand your money concepts, and you also know where your money is going, right? You have a good budget. So this is all based on your current salary. Now you need to actually start some kind of side hustle. You need to start something on the side that can generate you an income apart from your job. And so eventually that side hustle will overtake your job, where you would possibly be able to leave your job and do that full time, right? If that's what you plan to do. Otherwise, perhaps just having something on the side to supplement your income. Many of you may not want to or be able to run a full-time business, and maybe you don't want that kind of stress, right? But at least you should have more than one income. Because as we know in today's time, your job doesn't mean anything, right? Unless you put yourself in a position where you are nearly irreplaceable, your job can be lost in a moment's notice, right? So it's always a good idea to have your backup savings, and then also have something on the side that can sustain you and at least just add extra to your current income if your job is secure, right? At least that will pay for your trips, or help to retire your parents, or pay for your school, your student loans, or your kids' school fees, right? So anything extra always helps. So you need to be able to diversify your income. Now, how do you actually do that? It's easier said than done, right? Well, I believe in today's time it is not that hard to make an extra income. There are various methods that have worked for many people, right? Dropshipping, affiliate marketing. These two are probably the most talked about, right? Dropshipping and affiliate marketing. I definitely lean more towards affiliate marketing. It has a lower startup cost. So if that's something you're interested, something to look into more. And so, in my opinion, I would say your biggest asset in today's economy, right, is you. You are your biggest asset. Your time, your personality. That gives you uniqueness in any situation. So maybe you don't want to be on camera. I highly encourage you to put yourself out there. Put yourself on camera. You might be nervous, but this is just another barrier that you need to break, another fear you need to overcome. And as a man, we need to stand in courage and stand in strength, have courage, and overcome fear. Okay? So I know it sucks. Maybe you don't like it, but you have to put yourself out there. You have to build a personal brand. So in today's economy, personal brands are probably the best and biggest asset you have. You could build an Instagram page. You could build a TikTok following. You could build a YouTube channel. Because right now, attention and people's time actually has always been the most valuable asset, right? Is time. So if you're able to capture somebody's time, then that is your biggest asset. The more subscribers you have, the more views you have. It almost sounds dystopian, thinking of in terms of views and subscribers and things like that, right? Running our lives. That's a topic for another time. But in today's economy, will be your best shot to make additional money. Even if you're doing affiliate marketing and dropshipping, you need people to buy those products, right? How do you get those people? The only way to get people to buy products is to either run ads, which do work well, but also cost a lot of money. There's a lot of cost upfront to optimize, to get the right ads, to make ads, to test different ads, until you find the right one that actually starts to generate you a consistent income. The alternative is organic, free traffic based on your brand, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing here. The purpose of this YouTube channel, the initial purpose, like in the back of my mind, was, okay, make money, right? Now, I know many people are like, oh, sell out or all this kind of rubbish. But at the end of the day, why do we do anything, right? We need money to survive. We need a side income. We need to build financial freedom. And so YouTube is the vehicle, let's say the vehicle I chose to build a brand. Yes, maybe I will explore Instagram, TikTok, whatever new app comes out. It's good to have diversity, right? But I've chosen YouTube as my primary vehicle to build an audience, to build a brand. Now, of course, this specific kind of content gives me a lot of fulfillment as well, on top of hopefully financial financial benefits, right? Because I'm actually helping people. I'm not just selling some random junk, right? I'm not just, making money for views, right? I mean, yes, technically, but I'm not just doing random stuff for views, right? I'm actually trying to help people. And so I encourage you to find something that you are good at, a skill. Maybe you don't want to do self-improvement or men's issues or things like that. Maybe that's not your interest, and that's okay. Try to find something that you're good at and then teach it. It's as simple as that. Find something you're good at and then teach it. You can teach it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Like, I've seen some crazy TikToks of like educational, playing guitar or singing or painting. Like, there are so many different things and skills that you might have. Just figure out a way to convey that message in the easiest way possible, right? And in that way, you build an audience. And by building an audience, you'll build a brand. And by having a brand, you can sell what you want. Courses, calls, coaching calls, right? Communities. Now I'm trying to build up a community, right? And so I've actually joined a community, and you can join the same community that I have. You can check the link below. And this is actually a self-development community where we help each other to improve, right? Now, it's quite expensive, but when something is more expensive, people are more serious about it. So that's just how it is. So we talked about diversifying your income, which is probably the next best thing, right? Get a second income. And now what do you do with that money, right? Well, firstly, get rid of any debt that you have. Bad debt, right? Like student loan debt is bad debt. You can have good debt as well. This will be explained more in videos or in like Rich Dad Poor Dad. But essentially, good debt is like buying a house on debt, on finance, and then getting cash flow from that house while someone is renting it, right? So you've used debt to actually earn income. Bad debt is like a car, unless maybe you're using it for Uber or something, and like your student loan, right? So what do you do with that money? You get rid of any debt, and then once you're clean, you're clear of debts, you use that money to either invest into growing your business more, or a percentage of that you put into some kind of investment, like stocks, real estate, things like that. I definitely suggest that once you've start earning a decent amount of money, that perhaps you get an accountant, right? Either for just a one-time fee or maybe for like a regular kind of accountant, but just to make sure all the taxes and all the things are in order, and ask this person to explain actually how they do things and watch them. If they're able, right? That would be great, because it will be good for you to learn and understand how these things work and how they go about doing these tasks. Okay. So yeah, again, I just want to say I'm not a financial advisor, right? But if you follow these kind of steps and take it, step by step, I am quite sure that you'll be in a better financial position, right? It takes consistency and it takes dedication and hard work to build that level. So I encourage all of you to get started now. And I'll definitely do some more videos around money and how to make money in the future. So if you found any value in this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can check me on Rumble, and I'll see you in the next one.